After Marvel's Wolverine, I have no doubt that we're going to get Marvel Spider-Man 3, and I wanted to sort of make a video wish list for the suits that I want to see for Peter and Miles in that game. It is a bit difficult coming up with extra suits for Miles because Miles hasn't really been getting the biggest amount of suits, but we're going to start off with him and then we're going to go to Peter, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the suits as well. And check this out, man. This is the Earth 42 Prowler Miles from Across the Spider-Verse, and obviously he's going to be in Beyond the Spider-Verse as well. And I think this is one of the big heavy hitters that I feel like is going to be in the very next game. The suit just does look amazing. Like, this design for Miles is literally one of the coolest things that I've seen, because it takes, you know, him having that relationship with his uncle, where his uncle is the Prowler, and then, you know, you have this Miles with that powers that sort of embodies that. And the mask design is just awesome. I like the logo as well, like he spray paints that too, showing you that contrast and at the same time similarities between the two different versions of Miles. And I just absolutely love this suit overall, and I think it would look awesome in the game, and of course in the Spider-Verse style does look great as always. And of course, you know, you would have some suit styles as well. So you've got this one here with a different mask and a different color scheme. Then, you know, you've got a sort of like more so classic, like red and black Miles sort of, you know, color style. And then you also have this one, which is a more so like classic Prowler, right? Which looks great. Then we have the newest Miles suit in the comics, which is his current one, which is the Vibranium Suit. I absolutely love this design, and I think that this one's definitely going to make an appearance in Marvel Spider-Man 3 for sure. I know they like to take some comic things and sort of add it into the game to spice it up, and they do need to like ramp up Miles's suits as well. And I do think they're going to do quite a few different like originals, but I hope they're not like the evolved suit, man, because that suit was terrible. It really is. But yeah, the Vibranium suit does look amazing for sure, and I think it'll be definitely one of Miles's like more so heavy hitting suits that a lot of people really enjoy. Tango did a great job just, you know, taking the suit from the comics and putting it into 3D here into the game. It always amazes me how talented and hardworking modders are in this game, and it's always a pleasure to see that work sort of translate to how good suits just look overall. Of course, we do have some, you know, suit styles here. So this is like the more so, again, Miles's sort of color scheme, the black and red, which does look great with this one. You also have a sort of green and purple, which is a Prowler suit style, which again does look great as well. Green and purple always goes hard. And then, you know, you've got this one, which is like a more so gold version, so like an Uptown Pride sort of version of the suit as well. And then we go all the way over to the evolved suit, but if it's, you know, actually, you know, fixed, then it looks way better than what we actually got. So as you can see, it's pretty cool because you still have the visual effects like working, but I think this suit sort of missed the mark for sure. And I also think that the webbing on this suit should be red instead of white at the end of the day, but it does take a lot of work to actually fix the suit. I just hope Miles kind of reverts back to what he kind of had, because that was an original suit for him, and I think he expressed himself very well. Or if he wants to do something else, that's completely fine, but yeah, I just think the suit could have looked a lot better. But I do like the hood version here as well. I do think this looks good. So do the lenses. And then, you know, you've got like no Adidas shoes. Nothing wrong with the Adidas brand, but it's just so weird seeing Miles like make a whole suit based off of like that pair of shoes, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Spider-Man doesn't take endorsements. But yeah, then we also have some suit styles here. So, you know, this is like pretty much, I think, the same ones that we had in the game to begin with. Which these suit styles, man, like, I don't know what the plan here is, but dude, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. It's a mess. Like, and I don't mean to like bully the suit or something, but it is a mess. But let's switch to Peter's side of things, and I'll show you my wish list for him. Alright, so one of the biggest things for Peter that I actually really am a fan of is this suit. I don't know how many of you guys know about this specific suit right here, but this is the Shield suit, and this is in the comics. And it would have been really cool if we got this suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2, because it would have really contrasted super well with, you know, Miles' Shield suit. Like, you could have had like a sort of a Shield suit playthrough or whatever, you know, something like that. But like I said, I absolutely love this suit because red and black as a theme goes really hard. You've got like custom web shooters. I love the logo, and of course, you know, you got like the Shield logos over here as well. But I do really enjoy this suit, and I think this is definitely one of the ones that should show up now. I mean, a lot of Peter's like new suits that we do see are like sort of kind of classic related, so they do look very similar to like his classic suit, if that makes sense. But of course, you know, they can have suit styles here, so you know, you could have like a suit style like this, where it's kind of like a more so cherry red color. You could go for like that sort of, I think this is based on the Alex Ross like PlayStation suit, like the design, but at the same time, obviously, it is Hydra as well. So I do like that too, like a Hydra version. So you just got like an evil Spider-Man, and then, you know, you also have this one, which is like a full Shield theme, no webbings, to sort of match the Miles one that we have in the game. So, you know, you could have like a playthrough with just two sort of Shield agent Spider-Man, which is really cool, and I'm a pretty big fan of that. Then, you know, we've got the brand new Day suit, which I think will definitely make its way into, you know, Marvel Spider-Man 3, of course, like, you know, or even Marvel Spider-Man 2 as like a free update, I feel like, at some point, because Insomniac does love to surprise everybody with that sort of like drop, which would be pretty cool. But I absolutely love the brand new Day suit. I love the inspirations that this suit takes from the previous Spider-Man, you know, like with the Andrew Garfield sort of like, you know, just the suit like fabrics and textures and everything like that, and even the emblem for the most part as well. Like, he really took a lot of inspiration from Andrew Garfield and from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man for the suit, like sort of textures and everything. So he could always have his brothers by his side, which is, I think it's really nice, and we'll probably get that suit for sure. There's no way they wouldn't add it. I mean, come on, like, it's the new MCU Spider-Man trilogy. Which I think he's going to hang up his suit after that, and then Miles will take over in the MCU, I assume, or the recast Spider-Man. But yeah, Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man, so for sure they're going to include this one. Then we got the Picotech suit, and this is exactly what I was talking about with the classic suits. But the Picotech suit, this is from the brand new Ultimate Spider-Man universe. Well, it's not really brand new anymore, but it's kind of actually ending, which is crazy to think about. But the Picotech suit is a suit that Tony Stark gives to Spider-Man that can kind of like literally turn into anything, and it's pretty much like the symbiote version for that universe. Like, it turns into pretty much like Venom. It is a really cool sort of concept to have, and I absolutely love this take on the classic logo. I think it works really well, and I'm really sad that that universe is actually ending. You know, like, it's completely outperformed the sort of, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man comics, and I feel like they're scared of that, so they're ending it. I mean, it's a damn shame, but hopefully we get this suit, at least as a suit style for Peter, in Marvel Spider-Man 3. You know, you've got a few different like suit styles here as well, and yeah, you know, it's a great suit overall. Then, you know, you've got like a really huge classic, which I'm very surprised has not made it to any Marvel Spider-Man game so far, like not remastered or Marvel Spider-Man 2. And this is the Sensational Suit. This is the suit that Peter's clone wears, Ben Reilly, and it's such an iconic suit. Like, it's probably one of the most requested comic suits that I've seen for a Spider-Man game, right? Like, I mean, look at these big ass gauntlet web shooters, man. Like, it's super iconic. And just this suit overall is amazing. I just absolutely love it so damn much, and it really does make Ben Reilly stand out for sure. with this suit, man. Like it's just such a sick suit. And then if they really wanted to go above and beyond, they could do suit styles where, you know, you could do this, have it more so like a blue spider logo there as well. You could totally add like a symbiote version, which it does have the actual symbiote like textures and the animations, which looks great, by the way. Like, this is such a cool thing that Tango added as like a detail. And then you also have like this version here as well. So this is, I'm pretty sure, the concept for the Sensational Suit. But yeah, since it's such a classic, man. Like, you gotta add it. Then you also have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, TV show, which was incredible. I highly suggest everybody to go watch it. Maybe add the sort of like homemade suit or the classic suit that he makes, or whichever suit you really want, but just add some of, these suits to the game. I think like this would be awesome to have for sure, and it would probably get a lot of people to go watch that show, because I'm pretty sure season 2's actually, gonna be on its way. But you also have like suit styles here. So this is like an invincible, suit style. Then you've got like this Webman one, and then you also have a Miles version, which the Miles version I think looks very, very good. And yeah, like all of these suits are great, and I really hope that, Insomniac does add some of these. But there's also a few I want to show you that aren't actually here in the game yet as mods or anything, but are new in the comics. So as always, we're going to start with Miles, and as you can see, this is the Vampire Hunter Miles suit from the comics. I think this suit is fantastic and will definitely make it in some shape or form for Marvel Spider-Man 3. He's got this like sick sort of trench coat thing that goes over him. It looks awesome. I love the blend of like red, black and white. I think it just looks super cool. He's got like a dagger, and it just looks amazing. It's such a unique and interesting suit to look at. I mean, there's been a mod of this suit for like Spider-Man Miles Morales, and you can really see this idea sort of form, and this would look incredible in sort of like video game fashion, whether if they decide to give it like a sort of comic shade or if they go for like realism. I think realism would do the suit a lot of justice for sure. So hopefully we'll see it in like a realistic fashion. Then we have like the Aliens versus Avengers suit, and this one's being made into like a Hot Toys version, but pretty much like Miles sort of gets this like, it's like, I think the Venom symbiote goes over like a man, I forget what they're called, man, but like, yeah, you can see it go on Miles, and yeah, it's just a very unique suit to look at, and it's one of the craziest crossovers like ever. Aliens versus Avengers, and Miles gets this sort of like xenomorph type suit with the symbiote on. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy what they've been doing in the comics, man. Then for Peter, we have the eight Deaths of Spider-Man suit, and he gets like this mystic suit from Dr. Doom that sort of lets him have 8 extra lives, because he's got to like run this sort of gauntlet against like different powerful opponents. Like it's a crazy looking suit, man. But you can see like this crazy looking scarf, this spider armor, glowing emblem. I mean, it'd be really cool to have like a sort of mystic suit for Peter, and I think this one would go incredibly hard for Marvel Spider-Man 3, especially with like whatever the hell they're doing with like Avengers Doomsday, and it being a big Doom-centric story. So I could totally see them sort of like having a Dr. Doom inspired suit for sure in Marvel Spider-Man 3, and I really like the look of this one for sure. They definitely cooked super hard with it, and like I said, I'm a very big fan of it for sure. Then we have literally Spider-Man's newest suit here, man. And like, dude, first of all, Spider-Man goes to space. He goes to space to like get stronger, right? Like he's training, and then he gets like this crazy Technarachnid suit where it's literally, this suit is alive, right? It's alive. It's not like possessing him or anything like that, but it is a tech-based living organism. And it looks insane. Like the details in this suit would go crazy in like Marvel Spider-Man 3. Like, yeah, as we could see here, like it's literally in a live entity that sort of but it gives like Spider-Man like a crazy amp in terms of strength and abilities. He just becomes super strong, super fast, super durable, just on top of everything else. And he's already like been working on his own strength and training. So this Spider-Man is in a completely different league, and I think he's back on Earth now with this suit. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what they do with him and this suit. But I'd definitely like to see this in Marvel Spider-Man 3. Then of course we have Chasm, which again, huge Ben Reilly fan. It is interesting what they're doing with Chasm, but I hope like if they do Chasm, they have like these sort of like trails around him. I think that'd be a sick effect to have, for sure. And obviously like this sort of color scheme goes crazy, like with the green, black, and purple. It would give Peter his own sort of, you know, suit style that you can kind of match with like a Prowler Miles suit style as well. So you could really go crazy with it. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let me know which suits you guys want to see, if I haven't added any here. If you're new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day. Peace.